to President Week 7. We are going to talk about blending your skills and creating exposures. In order for you to learn how to blend your skills and creating exposures, we have 3 things to prepare for the week. The first one is set your business hours, which I usually say is from 2 to 8 hours a day. The second thing is to print out a weekly action plan and begin to fill it out. And the third thing is to update your contact list. Remember, you can add from 2 to 20 people on your contact list every day, and there are videos about that on how to get more people on social media, which I've already created on this channel. So let's move ahead. Our main objective for the week is that before the end of the week, you should be able to engage potential team members in a series of exposures that can guide them to a decision. After prospecting, at least you have to follow up, but at this stage you are creating a series of exposures that can guide them on how to make a decision. We have 4 matching goals to achieve for the week. The first goal is a guide to a financial or business solution through a series of related exposures. The second goal is to understand how to use a sliding scale clause, which I'm going to explain in this presentation. And the third goal is to set up 4 to 6 exposures in a series. The fourth goal is invite 3 to 5 qualified or warm market contacts or 10 cold market contacts per day during business hours. During the last several weeks, you've enhanced and perfected your basic skills, and we know you've been working hard. You now have the ability to begin designing a business you love. Your goal moving forward is to continue building your foundation and creating an entrepreneur mindset. You can do that by seeing and acting on solutions, creating experiences, and enjoying the relationships you've built so far. As you blend together your skills of inviting, follow-up, answering questions, and closing, you are creating a series of experiences that will allow you to present a solution. Now it's time to put your skills to work and learn to design these exposures and experiences in a simple and effective way. Over the next 4 weeks, we will focus on 4 separate ICX solutions that include the Icomex training, Forex trading, the cryptocurrency trading, and team building. An exposure is considered any experience your contact has with a solution from ICX. Simply put, these exposures are guided by you and can include presentations, follow-ups, and more. Each varied experience has a unique purpose, but they are all unified in their ability to help an individual move towards making a decision to become either a customer, a preferred customer, or business owner according to their need. The financial solution. The purpose of running a business is to change lives, create true security, and to enhance freedom. Those who embrace the business opportunity have a greater ability to affect their life and the lives of everyone around them. Creating financial success carries a legacy and begins simply with an invite and an experience. You've created many exposures over the last few weeks, and now you are ready to set up a series of exposures. Each exposure should lead to setting up the next, should happen in a short amount of time, and should engage your contacts through asking questions and sharing concerns along the way. For many, 4 to 6 exposures is enough. Some will need less, and some may even need significantly more. So next I'm going to show you some examples of exposure. Here are a few examples of follow-ups you can do. That's follow-ups on invitation exposures. We have exposure and follow-up. So the kind of invitation or the kind of exposure you can do for invitation, the first one is presentation. You give them a tool. Remember, we have different tools like your website link, like a magazine or a handout, anything that has been printed, for them to go through it. So when they finish with this presentation or any of the tool that you gave them, so you have to example, for another exposure, so you can get their feedback. And then another kind of exposure is to invite them for an event, invite them to a Zoom meeting or a local seminar. And then the next sample of exposure is one-on-one, where you need to set personal goals. And then another exposure, it could be a video exposure where you can send them a recorded presentation. And then for follow-up, you can also create exposures that with examples, as like asking them questions: what did you like best, how did you see this helping you? Give them a one-on-one. You still ask them their goals, or maybe reiterate their goals, or make them confirm if the goals they gave you was what they wanted to do. And then we have another question, which is what resonated with you the most. So these are the kind of exposures you can have with your prospects or your team members. And then we're going to move to the closing exposure type. The examples here have to do with closing exposures. So once you succeeded in getting people to join you in ICX, you can get them started with the getting started right training, which I've also made a video about that. I'm also going to put a link so you can get to that. So another exposure example is an event. Either you're the one organizing an event, or you're inviting them to attend a local event, or a national celebration, or an international event like the launch of an office or so. And then we also have another exposure example is you can invite them or to come and see how to enroll a new prospect, so they can learn how to do that on their own. All right. And then another exposure example for closing is when you receive your first check or your first withdrawal. Since we do withdrawals, we don't do checks, but you can invite your prospect to come and like see your withdrawal, even if they are not with you, like they're not in the same area. You can organize a Zoom meeting where you can show them show them the excitement you have to celebrate with you after receiving your first check. So it goes on and on from here. So make sure you always have exposures with your team. Obviously, you cannot plan every exposure your potential team members will have with ICX, but you can provide a roadmap to help them along the way. Exposures will continue to happen long after your contact has chosen a solution. Each exposure acts as a way for you to help them move from one experience to the next and to create understanding, rather than worrying about closing too soon. Focus on the process you can create to help them make the right decision. Check on my channel to find more videos that you can share. Sliding scale close. When setting up a series of exposures, sliding scale closes can be a great way to generate sincere communication and gauge how your contact is feeling. So we have two types of sliding scale close here. The first one I'm going to talk about is the sliding scale close 0 to 10. This close is used at the end of an event or presentation, where you ask a question like, on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not interested at all and 10 meaning you are ready to start, where are you right now? Once they answer, it will be easier to see what the next exposure needs to be. If it's a 0, maintain the friendship. Anything above 0 means there is an interest, so it's best to ask a follow-up question. What did you like about what you saw? If the number is between 5 and 7, set up the next exposure. If it's 8 to 10, they may be ready to sign up, so keep and put them through to sign up if they are ready, especially with the money. The second sliding scale close here is sliding scale close ABC. This close is used at the end of an event or presentation. Usually there is a slide on the screen that indicates 3 choices. The first choice, A, is they're ready to start with the business. B is they are ready to try the product. And C is they're interested but need more information. The choices can vary. but it usually works best when one option is for the business and another is for the product, and the last is a request for more information. So allow them to pick an option and direct the conversation where it needs to go from here. So take note that, and no matter the answer they give you, you will always need to create an opportunity for the next exposure so that you can give them more information and guide them through the business step by step. Prospects like businesses they know or companies they know, but contrary to popular belief, the vast majority of prospects don't like being sold to directly. So exposure marketing bridges the gap between direct sales marketing and being an unknown small business owner, allowing your prospect to get to know you and your business before they ever get to know the specifics of your product or services. Forming a positive connection through exposure is incredible value to businesses of any shape and size. So, not only does exposure marketing make you better known, but it also helps to make your business more reputable. So, are you thinking about growing your business in ICX? Then, exposure for your business is very important. If you have not been exposing your prospect several times, this is the time for you to start right now. Thank you so much for going through this video to this end. Hope to see you in the next training, and make sure share this video with your team members and leave any comment. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section. I will get back to you. Thank you so much. Have a great business.